Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Matt. In today's video, I am going to show you how to wood carve with a Dremel tool. Now we are going to be taking a basic Celtic shape, and I'm going to show you guys the ins and outs of this, and you are going to leave this video with so much information that you can apply to your other projects. I promise you don't want to miss it. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification icon beside it so you will be notified for new wood carving uploads. Now, I am so pumped about today's video. I am going to show you guys how to carve a simple Celtic design, but here's the great thing about this. Please listen. You guys are gonna catch so much just stuff in this video that you're going to be able to apply to other wood carvings or other forms of art. So I want you guys to stay with me today, and remember this, things that you catch stays with you longer than things that are taught to you. Did you catch that? So I really want you guys to listen to me and catch what I'm saying, okay? So if you're ready, let's go. The rotary tool we are going to be using is, you guessed it, the Dremel Stylo. If you know me and watch my videos, you know I'm a huge fan of this little rotary tool. If you keep your demands reasonable, this is an amazing tool. Now I do want to note something, listen to this. This is a Dremel quick change chuck right here. It will accept different size burrs or bits. So this makes it very useful. We are going to be using this piece of basswood. You can pick these up at your local craft store or on Amazon. I will leave the links below. And the third thing is optional, but it's this circle template right here. And if you guys do not have these, I highly suggest that you pick one of these up because I can't draw perfect circles. And this makes your life a heck of a lot easier. We also need burrs or bits to carve with. I'm gonna be using this round carbide and this long taper burr right here. And you guessed it, some sandpaper. Listen to how simple this is. We are going to be doing three things for this wood carving tutorial. We're gonna be picking our design, laying out our design, then carving that design. That's simple, so let's get started. Okay, now we are going to make this simple Celtic pattern. I'll show you how to do it. I'm gonna use this circle right here. We're gonna try to get everything lined up. What you wanna do, just stick it in there, and you know the drill. There we go. And do the same. Now to complete this pattern, we're gonna freehand this. Watch what I'm doing here. This is super simple. Come from the outer edge right here and follow the curves, no harsh points, okay? And go right here. We're gonna turn this. Go right there. And just practice this, you will get it. As I always say, if you aren't making mistakes, you aren't doing anything. Now watch right here. We are going to take this and come right around with it. Just like this. And we're gonna take this. We're gonna go through here and clean up our lines and make everything look nice and symmetrical. Okay, there we go. We thickened up our edges and made the circles smaller because they were too big. So the next thing we're gonna do before we start carving, let me show you guys the level of depth we're gonna go to. The first level, we're not gonna carve this at all, okay? It's gonna be this part right here. This one's not being touched, okay? The second level we're gonna carve is gonna be right here, okay? Right along there, because these knots need to ramp up under. That's the second level of depth. Now for the third level of depth is gonna be this right here, which is green, and in the sides and all around here, we are going to carve. You see what I'm saying? Now before we start, take all the appropriate safety measures, okay? If you have long hair, put it in a ponytail, put it in the back, and get a dust mask. I love this one right here. I got this off Amazon. I will leave it in the links below, but it just goes right here, goes around your head, and there we go. Now this is very comfortable to wear, and also in addition to this, get some fog-proof safety glasses. We're gonna start with the round carbide burr. I'm gonna stick it right in the locking nut and hit my lock button and just twist. And that's not coming out of there. The next thing we are going to do is just trace along the edges. This is simple as it is, guys. I'll make sure this is running at full speed on 5, and I'm gonna turn it on. Now you don't wanna go too deep, and when you start going, that burr will wanna run away from you, so you have to keep a good control on this. Okay, the outer edges look pretty nice. Don't worry, we're gonna clean up all that mess over there. Now, the next thing we want to do is to carve the inner parts of the circles right here. And when we go along here, you're gonna do this first, go along right here. You see where the blue's at? This right here needs to be higher than this right here. So we may have to take some more away right here. But let me go along here and show you. Looky there, you see how this right here is not as deep as this or this? That's the way we want it. Now let's do the same thing over here. Okay, you see how messy everything is? Don't worry, we're gonna take this taper burr and come in about a 45 right here and just go along the edges. You see what I'm doing there? What this is gonna do, you see that inner bevel right here? It's just gonna take it and knock that rough edge off. We're gonna do the same thing around here. We're just gonna go along the edges right here at an angle and take it out. Don't overcomplicate this, don't overthink it. Okay, watch this. You see what I'm doing? Keep a light hand. Keep everything even. Take your time. Now we are going to move on to the circles. We're going to do the same thing going around the inner edge of them, just like this. And then we're gonna hit the outer edge again and smooth it up. Now watch this, watch how I drag the burr along in there. Just like that, making that nice smooth cut. Now for the next part right here, we are going to carve our knots. Listen to me guys, remember what I showed you with the pencils earlier? This is gonna be our second level of carving right here. And just barely take any off. We're going to do the other side. Now we get to sand. This is the secret to the whole thing. We're going to get in all the nooks and crannies with this 120 grit, then we're going to move up to 220. Just get in there, fold the sandpaper, and just get a nice even sand. And now sand the whole thing. Then for the next part, we want to move on. This is about a 220 grit right here. And we're just gonna take this and do the whole thing over with this piece of sandpaper. I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna get inside the edges right there. Are you guys ready? Okay, moment of truth. There we go. I think this turned out pretty good. Now this isn't perfect, but do you guys see what I'm telling you? Like all the principles you learned in this of the three-dimensional depth and everything, you can take this and apply it to any wood carving. And I want to show you guys something. I took the same principle right here and applied it to this right here. Let me turn this thing off. My big light broke, so I'm roughing it today. Now we could have put some stain and urethane on this, but I wanted it to be plain. Now, if you want to learn how to stain and urethane, you guys need to go catch this video right here. I will post below. It's a little Celtic card. I took the same exact techniques, but did it a different way, so you guys can learn both ways. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Now, before you go, I have a challenge for you. If you're up to it, are you ready? I want you guys to do the same carving that I did right here. Snap a picture of it and go to my Instagram. You can see it right there, Cornelius Creations, and send me a DM, a direct message, and I will reshare this to my story, okay? So are you guys up for the challenge? Come on, you can do this, I promise. You know, these make great gifts for people. You can take these and do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and got a lot out of it. And please, hit the subscribe button because I'm needy and I need your subscription. Just kidding. No, if you want to, hit the subscribe. As you know, if you're into that thing and you're into wood carving, I'd love to hang out with you on the channel here, okay? I will talk to you guys in the next video.